IVM.
You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawalla, your leadership coach, life coach, and emotional intelligence coach. You probably know me from the Empowering series, and this is my new show, the Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. I'm going to coach you to be the best version of yourselves. So get ready to create, attain, and manifest the life you've always desired and make it your reality. Did you know that in the US, June is also Effective Communications Month? And not just effective communications, but it's also a month where a lot of awareness is created for many important issues like LGBTQA, men's health, in general, a lot of different things. Effective communication also is highlighted to create awareness. And it is kind of stretching to other countries. So because it is Effective Communications Month, it is not possible that we don't talk about it, right? So this month, we're about to indulge in a 3-part mini-series on effective communication. We will break it down probably a little bit into, how you can be more effective personally and professionally and understand the importance of effective communication. And for this one, I'm going to tell you, I appreciate that you listen to me on your morning jogs and you're listening to me probably while you're commuting in the midst of traffic by metro or trains or in your cars. I know you're listening to me wherever and whenever you get a chance. But for this one, I'd really appreciate and I'd really recommend that you put it into practice for at least 2 weeks. Yes, because communication is not something you just have to listen to. Although listening skills is a very, very important and crucial part of communication, I'd like you to be able to do more and achieve more and actually be effective, right? So try it out. Now, why do you think, what's the big deal about communication, right? Why do you think the US needs to have a particular month or create awareness regarding effective communication, something that's always been there? Why do you think that is? Why do you think we need to talk about communication? Now, let me tell you, since the beginning of my career, one highlighted topic of coaching, training, workshops has always been communication. So it's a topic that I can passionately start off with even in my sleep. I am so attached to this topic, communication. I may have coached thousands and thousands of people on this topic, and not recently. It's ever since I started. It's ever since I got into the practice of dealing with people, communication became a big part of me. So it's literally, I'd say, the heart of my profession. And I've seen people excel in banking, finance, hedge funds, data analytics, marketing, engineering, graphics, artificial intelligence, robotics, and whatnot. But mostly, I'm yet to meet a person, no matter how educated, industrious, street smart, or self-made. I am yet to meet a person who excels at the art of effective communication. Really. In fact, most of the times, that's the first thing people lack. The ability to communicate effectively with their people, whether it be in their personal lives or it be in their professional lives. So if you're still wondering what's the big deal about communication, I want to ask you this. How is communication not a big deal to you? How do you not consider it a big deal? Do you have any idea what effective communication is really capable of doing? You do probably, and yet you struggle with it, right? Why? Why do you shy away from sharing, conversing? Why do you hesitate when you have to express your thoughts and your feelings and your ideas? Why are you so easily misunderstood? Why do you misunderstand people so easily? And yet the question is, how is it not a big deal to you? George Bernard Shaw once said, "The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place." During a session with one of my clients from Africa, an extremely successful business person and a beautiful human being, also quite well known in their community. Now, let me tell you, in general, I'm very fond of Africans because they're the most amazing people I've ever met. And, when they want to learn and seek wisdom or educate themselves, their dedication is absolutely inspiring. Their level of politeness, generosity, respect, and humility. It is unmatched. And I have experienced this firsthand. So this client, back to that, this client and I were discussing how to engage certain teams in communication and in conversation. Something came up and he said, communication skills are also known as soft skills, right? And I said, yes, I'm aware of that. And he said, Madam Zarina, because that's what they usually call me there. Madam Zarina, why is communication called soft skills? When in truth, nothing is possible without it. And he went on to say, I think they are power skills. They are not soft skills. They are power skills. Now, this question that he asked me and the mere answer he gave with it, it blew my mind. And I told him, I need permission to share this thought with as many people as I come across, because this is the fact. Communication is not a soft skill, not the way you've been trained and taught in school and college and at your workplaces that, this is a soft skill training, just attend it. It's part of your mandate. Just get it done with. No, it's a power skill. And this is something a client of mine so nicely explained to me, because he said, there is nothing more important in life than communication. And I had to agree. And I did with all my heart. Now think about it yourself. It's your power. You can communicate with or without words. So please don't misunderstand communication just being verbal, okay? You can communicate with your eyes, your gestures. You can communicate with your micro expressions. Something that you do in like a 10-second glitch and somebody notices it. Just when you wince or you make a face or you gleam, whatever it is. A micro expression is your communication too. And whether you like it or not, whether you say you're an introvert or an extrovert, or you've got social anxiety, or you don't like people or you like people, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call yourself, and however you like to define yourself, let me tell you, you're always communicating. You're always communicating. The question really is, are you communicating effectively or not? Now, communication is important for so many reasons, right? Think about the reasons you have in mind, and I'll give you all the reasons that I can come up with. Why do you think communication is important? Think about it. And yet, why do you not pay attention to it? Why do you not consider it the crux and the foundation of everything you do? Communication is important for trust, for building rapport, for clarity, respect, ideation, execution, conflict management, crisis situations, peace, war, relationships, team building, interpersonal skills, engagements, accountability, credibility, transparency, honesty. I can go on and on. You can pick up your dictionary and look for all the adjectives, all the positive adjectives that come in there. They go with communication. That's how important it is. Effective communication is actually very underrated, and you will notice how it is the single reason why things don't work out sometimes. If you reflect on your life and if you reflect on a couple of things that may have occurred, whether it's an interview or, it's being rejected or experiencing failure, whatever it may be, communication would have played an important part in it. So whatever you do in your life, you will always need to communicate. Whether you ask your parents for permission to a party, you discuss your career, give an interview, vent to your therapist, seek guidance from a mentor or a coach, hire employees, bounce off ideas with friends, you negotiate a deal, propose, reconcile, confront, find closure, promotions, appraisals, heartfelt conversations, expressions, feelings. All of this requires you to communicate. So I'm going to urge you for the next 2 episodes, pay very close attention, listen very closely, but also try and practice what you listen to. Pick up anything you like out of it, but definitely put it to practice, put it to use, and keep me posted. Let me know how it goes for you, because I want the Life Manifesto community to be able to indulge, experience, explore, and actually make a difference in their lives. And there is nothing I love more than communicating. So I'm going to request you, and I'm literally going to beg you that for the next 2 episodes, just try and focus so that you can actually have effective communication in your life, socially, personally, and professionally. So my precious people, if you enjoy listening to the Life Manifesto and manifesting your life and achieving your dreams, please go ahead and like and rate our podcast. You can also click on the notification bell to get to know as soon as our latest episode drops. Do subscribe to the Life Manifesto It's going to help us go a long way and also reach out to like-minded people who want to truly manifest their lives and live the best version of themselves. Meanwhile, do what you love and do it often. And if you don't like something, go right ahead and change it. The power is within you. Thank you for tuning in to the Life Manifesto with me, Zarina. If you find the show useful, then please share it with your friends, family, and co-workers. You never know. You may just help someone become the best version of themselves. And if you want to align your life with some signature masterclasses, certification courses, and live sessions with me, go check out and download my app, Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla, available on Play Store or Apple Store. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to share with me, get in touch with me on my social media handles. I am at Zarina Poonawalla on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Zarina Speaks on Twitter. See you in the next episode.
Hello, everybody. It's been another awesome, great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says Cock and Bull, Cyrus, Naveen, Anirudh, and Antarish discuss how Snoop Dogg gave his personal blunt roller a pay hike because of inflation. On Simplified, Chuck and Shrika take a look at Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg's legacy. On Pesa Vesa, Anupam talks to Vijay Mantri. He is the co-founder and chief investment strategy at JRL Money. They debunk the myth of active versus passive investing. On the Life Manifesto, Zarina teaches us the value of a good leader through the story The Emperor's New Clothes. And on Smarter with Sid, Siddharth explains how power dressing works. We got some exciting news for you. IVM Podcast has just launched its merch line, and you should check it out now. Head over to the IVM Podcast website, that's ivmpodcast.com, and click on the shop tab to check out our first collection of t-shirts. Also, do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. That really does help. Don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on. And also do remember, you can check out a number of our shows on YouTube. You can go to ivmpodcast.com/YouTube to get a list of the channels that we are keeping active. We also are doing a small listener survey. If you could go to ivmpodcast.com/survey to fill this out, it'll just take a few minutes and it really helps us out. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Apne Liye, Apno Ke Liye. Jupiter, a digital banking app. Capgemini, get the future you want. Intel vPro, built for business. And Intel, future but now wonderful with Intel-powered laptops. There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people, and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.